Hey everyone, today I wanted to show you one of the fastest ways to get a working mobile app prototype using Bravo Studio's Figma plugin, something most people don't know about or don't use enough. It can really speed things up, especially in the early stages, getting your frontend ready, testing real interactions, and seeing it live on your phone. Let's see how to go from zero to a working app prototype with login, paywall, and navigation in just about 10 minutes. So here I start from a blank Figma file and open the Bravo Studio plugin. Inside you will find full template apps. In this case I'm picking one that already includes things like a paywall, login, sign up, a full home, detail, settings, all these screens that will make my app complete. Now I just copy it, paste it on my file, and in seconds I got a complete app design ready to customize. Let's take a quick look inside. There's a splash screen, login screen, sign up, a logo, subscription pages, and a home list with details, and much more. Everything is structured cleanly, so it's easy to adapt to whatever app you're building. Now, what I'll do is I'll rebrand it using my quick style guide that I created. I changed things like the main color to my gradient, update the typography to Inter, swap the images for calmer, wellness style photos, and adjust some text to match the new concept for a wellness app. A few edits and it already feels like a completely different product. Next, I open the Bravo tagger inside the plugin to add advanced interactions, transitions, animations, and navigation. For example, I tag the splash screen with a dissolve transition and the home to detail flow with a slide up effect. Then I use the tag checker to validate everything. If something's wrong, it will flag it up. And yeah, super helpful for debugging before import. That's it. I can import the file into Bravo Studio. I open Bravo Vision on my phone, and the app is ready to test with real navigation, animations, and my own branding. This whole flow from Figma template to working prototype takes about 5, 10, 15 minutes maybe, and it's one of the simplest ways to bring your app idea to life fast. Hey everyone, today I wanted to try something different. So I went to the Bravo community and looked through some feature requests to see if I could build something that isn't directly possible in Bravo right now, just to see how far we can push it. I found this one that caught my attention. An interactive map with user avatars you can tap, link to cards, and a pullable model list below. So I thought, let's build it step by step using AI tools and web components in Bravo. So first, I started in Figma using Figma Make to generate the base design. I simply gave it a prompt. I said, recreate this screen, with a dark map background, round user markers, a top filter bar, and a bottom card, and any other details that you see fit. Then the idea was to get something fast and editable in a couple minutes, just enough to turn it into code. Then I moved into Cursor, my favorite AI code editor. I asked it to convert that Figma layout into one single self-contained HTML component, using plain HTML, CSS, and JavaScript so it could easily work inside Bravo as a web component. From there, I iterated with a few simple prompts. First, to make the avatars clickable and sync with the cards below, then to add a small model that could slide up with a list of users, and finally, just to make everything smooth and mobile-friendly, a proper demo-ready prototype. Once it looks good, I just upload the HTML file as a web component into Bravo. Here's where you can optionally later connect it to channel or your backend. This will depend on your setup, so you can pull real data. For now, this is just a demo data and web component. Here, you can also find all the documentation and logic that you need in order to make this component fully dynamic inside a real Bravo app. Things like passing the auth token from Bravo so the component can fetch real data from channel or your backend. Adding custom logic, so for example, clicking a user card could navigate to another screen inside the app. This is where Bravo really shines, so you can start no code and when you're ready, extend it with custom web components and deeper integrations like this. In just some minutes, I was able to create this custom web component for a fully interactive map where you can tap any marker, see the profile card update instantly, and even pull up the model to browse the full list. It's fast, responsive, and fully embeddable inside a Bravo project. So that's it. From a feature request to a working prototype, all built with AI tools and web components in Bravo. Figma Make for design, Cursor for code, Bravo for the app layer, and Channel for data. If you enjoyed this, let me know which other feature requests you'd like me to try next. Maybe we'll turn one of them into real Bravo feature someday. Let's build a custom paywall like this one. The full frontend ready to connect with Revenue Cat in just 5 minutes. First, I look for inspiration. Revenue Cat's blog has great examples of web design paywalls, so I pick one as a reference to recreate. Then I import a ready-to-bind paywall layout using the Figma plugin. That gives me a clean starting point that's already structured for Bravo. Next, I customize it, adjust the colors, typography, spacing, until the design feels right for my app. This video covers just frontend, so to connect it with Revenue Cat for real subscriptions, follow Bravo's documentation or check out my other video where I explain those steps. Hi everyone. For this wedding app, I wanted guests to upload photos and videos into one shared place. Something simple but easy to browse, like a shared album. I first designed the actual app page in Figma, the screen where this feature lives. This is the real page in the app. I then brought that screen into Bravo and built the page normally, like I would do with any other app. I added a single web component element with the right Bravo tag. That's where the media experience shows up. It takes almost the full screen, so it feels like part of the app, not embedded. Before writing any code, I also designed how the uploader and gallery should look. This just becomes the reference for the HTML. The uploader and gallery are built as a small HTML component. It handles uploads, the grid, full screen view, videos, and navigation. On the backend, I use Channel to handle the data. One endpoint to upload the media, one to fetch it, and one to serve the HTML to the app. And that's the setup. Design in Figma, app in Bravo, interactions in HTML and JavaScript, and data in Channel. Hey everyone, so today I wanted to show you something really cool. This is my custom map inside the CineTrail app. I built this as a web view component inside Bravo. You can pan, zoom, and explore different movie locations, and when I tap on one of these markers, it opens the full detail page inside the Bravo app. So the web view and Bravo are actually talking to each other. Let me show you how that works behind the scenes. In Figma, all I did was create a frame and name it web view map. Bravo then knows to load an external HTML file here. In my case, this file with the interactive map. Once it's connected in Bravo, it behaves like any other page. The only difference is that it's powered by my own custom HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Here's the important part. This is literally a code that makes it talk to Bravo. When a user taps on a marker, the map grabs the ID of that location, for example, the place ID or movie location ID in my case. Then it calls the function here, navigate to detail. That's the one responsible for opening the Bravo screen for that place. And inside that function, I tell Bravo two things. Which screen to open, that's the href, and what data to send, that's the href remote. Together, they look like this. That one line is what bridges the web view and Bravo. It's basically saying, hey Bravo, open this page, and here's the ID of the item the user clicked. And that's all it takes. The map loads the data from Channel, you tap a location, and Bravo instantly opens the matching detail page. It feels completely native, but what's really happening is a simple message being sent from the Bravo web component to the app. So whether you're building a map, a gallery, or any other custom component, this is how you can make it talk to Bravo. to open pages, refresh data, or even trigger actions. You can find the full details in Bravo's documentation under WebView Communication. I'll drop the link here, but that's it. Short, simple, and super powerful to get your app to the next level.